Saturday morning. It is March 16th. Welcome to Wasatch Weekends. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot, and on today's show, happy National Maple Syrup Day. We get into the kitchen and we make a delicious Hawaiian roll French toast plus protein pancakes. If you're looking to stay a little bit more on the healthy side, I had a conversation with founder and CEO of Fit Integrated Wellness, all about their holistic approach to being the best version of yourself. And then, as always, Nuzzles Co. Josh joins us with the furry friend. All of that and more. But before we get started, let's take a look at today's weather. Welcome back to the show. Our next guest is an award winner, has come up with some incredible concepts, but has over 20 years in the health and fitness industry. Joining me is the founder of Fit Integrated Wellness, Jesse Benson. How are you, Jesse?
Kimberly, I'm excellent. Thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you here. So excited. We were just doing a little bit of a sidebar before we started the interview. And tell me all about Fit Integrated Wellness and what you do.
Well, it started 2 years ago where we just relocated our facility post-pandemic. And so we actually relocated it into a 5,000 square foot facility where I saw the bones for some treatment rooms. So I brought in some RMT, I brought in physio, I brought in personal training, and we've assembled this entire concept with practitioners and what have you. So yeah, it's been an excellent, awesome journey. We've been working with a lot of people, getting them back on their feet, helping them back on the fitness wagon healthily, safely and healthily.
So Fit Integrated Wellness is exactly what it says. You've integrated fitness with wellness. And can you explain a little bit more in more depth of what your concept is and how you're bridging the gap between doctors and fitness?
Yeah, absolutely. So we saw, as we all know, the healthcare system is not ideal for everyone at the moment, and so people are seeking more proactive approaches to their wellness and their recovery. And so we're seeking to bridge this gap. And really, what it comes down to is communication. When bringing all these different modalities together, they really are like different worlds, getting people, different types of people all working together. But we've been able to do this because we've brought all of our technology, all of our communications into one central place. And really, at the end of the day, each person holds a piece of the puzzle. So if you're working with a physiotherapist, they've got a piece of the wellness puzzle. If you're working with an RMT, they've got one as well, your trainer. And it's really when all of those people communicate together to find the solution, either be it holistically, but obviously also needing to have a very pragmatic approach and getting to the bottom of things and where those injuries may stem, whether they're chronic or whether they're acute. We can quickly, as a team, figure out what's going on there. I think maybe a little bit more a little bit more efficiently than if you were to go to a doctor or something like that.
Oh, it's so true. And I think you and I were chatting about how it is often, as you mentioned, a game of telephone. You know, you go to one doctor, they tell you one thing. You go to another doctor, they tell you something else. And if they're not part of the same system, oftentimes wires are getting crossed and you're not getting the right information. So how does your approach really begin? Like, let's say I were to come to you, where would we start and what does that look like?
Yeah, well, you mentioned that you had a knee injury due to snowboarding, so you'd most likely start with our physiotherapist, Shane. You could do a free. She actually offers a free consultation online. But we've also got chiro and other physios as well. We've got RMT. So if you're in need of RMT, we could also follow up with that. From there, if you're looking to do any rehabilitative work, we can also get you in with one of our kinesiologists right out of the gate, have you do a workout assessment, where we then can get you started on some homework as well, like a food and activity journal. Again, depending on the nature of the injury, whether it's chronic or acute, we can also look at things like nutrition to help with inflammation in the body and help really expedite and speed up that healing process. So again, it's a bit of a holistic approach where the team will just jump into action, depending on what the injury is. But again, if it's an acute injury, you could start with physio and then we go from there.
And it's really great. So you listen to what your patients, or I guess the people that come to you, you listen to what they're talking to you about, and you really try to assess it at the ground level. So, talk to me about the different trainers and things. So you've won awards, and you also have an academy where you train and really equip your personal trainers and beyond. Tell us all about that.
Yeah, the academy is something I'm really passionate about. Our mandate has always been to make fitness accessible. So this means time, cost, and location. And we've been able to achieve that in a really big way, given that our fitness offering is 30 minutes. So it's very accessible. We've cut the cost down for traditional personal training by about a third with Fit in 30, with Fit Integrated, sorry. And we're looking to go even further. So the Academy what allows us to do is give really everyone a shot at their passion and fitness. So we help certify trainers and we give them hands-on learning and experience. And if for people that are training with these newly certified trainers, they have the opportunity to get access to a trainer for just $20. So again, making it even more accessible, even more affordable to really the people who need it the most. So we don't see fitness as simply access to equipment. We see it as people requiring access to an instructor, somebody who can show them how to do things properly in the gym, and so we're really proud to see that. Again, it's just really people helping people, and the more we can remove that monetary component, the more pure it is. It's just in its purest form of, again, people helping people. My dream is to start a non-for-profit called FFA, Fitness for All Society. So once we have this for-profit model up and running, we're going to be able to seek out funding, given that a lot of the trainers are people who've recently immigrated here. Maybe they've got a bit of an accent, or they don't have the stereotypical look of a personal trainer, but they still have the heart and the passion to help people, and we just want to be the ones to help them pursue that dream, while again also making personal training accessible, potentially even free for low-income mothers or people, again, who need it the most.
I think that's so awesome, because personal training is often seen as a luxury and not as a necessity, because most people surprisingly do not know how to operate properly in the gym and often lead to injury, which then leads to all different kinds of things. So talk to us about the awards that you've recently won.
Yeah, so I was recently nominated Canada's Top Fitness Trainer by Impact Magazine, and that was a huge culmination again of that 20-year thing. So I've done probably more half-hour personal training than anybody in North America. I've done over 50,000 30-minute personal training sessions. I have countless transformations. I've developed all types of programs. So training, and I've opened gyms and all of that. I currently have two locations in BC and Calgary. So having a lot of fun with the fitness thing. But probably one of the awards that I'm most proud of was our Resiliency Award, which was also given to us by Impact Magazine for the surviving the pandemic, where 40% of gyms had closed down, but we were able to not only survive the pandemic and thrive, despite having to relocate our entire facility and clientele. And the award for me was just the reason it was so meaningful to me was just the fact that they took the time to acknowledge everything that had happened, um, and grant us this award as Canada's most resilient gym. I think that it's an important thing to have.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that award. That's very exciting stuff. So if we can't make it to a physical location, can we follow you on social media or Instagram or websites and get a consultation or a program?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. We are 30% online, so we do offer online personal training as well. So you can reach us at our website, fitintegrated.ca.
Awesome. Well, Jesse, great to chat with you. Loved just hearing. I know we just scratched the surface of your knowledge and what you offer. So exciting things to follow and to learn from. So thanks for coming on the show, and we really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Now stay tuned. We have a bit more on the show. We'll be right back after this. I'm a big fan of French toast, and especially when it is dipped into a delicious maple syrup. And on our National Maple Syrup Day, we're taking a look at that recipe. Welcome back. We're in the kitchen. Are you excited about this?
I'm ready.
I know every time I bring Ross into the kitchen, he claims he's not a chef, but we are slowly turning him into one here on the show.
I think we can do this.
I think we can. So I have a question for you. What's your favorite breakfast food?
Hawaiian roll French toast.
He knew exactly why he had to say that, because that is what we are making. We are making a holiday twist. We're doing eggnog French toast dippers. So lots of fun, and King's Hawaiian bread. Who doesn't love a good King's Hawaiian bread?
It's a good start.
It is a great start. So simple ingredients for this one. We've got the King's Hawaiian rolls. You've got your sugar, your cinnamon, your nutmeg. We do use a little vanilla extract. And instead of using milk, we're using eggnog, which I'm a big fan of eggnog. You know, forget the peppermint mocha. I know I do like the peppermint, but give me eggnog. I will drink that entire thing. Warm, not warm, whatever, it's delicious. So I was really excited about this recipe here. But I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so we actually did some things, a little bit of preparation ahead of time, but super simple. We opened our King's Hawaiian rolls, and what we did from there is we sliced it into thirds, and then we toasted it in the oven at 300 degrees for about 3 to 5 minutes. So Ross, if you wouldn't mind grabbing the rolls out of the oven for me. So we've got them already toasted. They are ready to go, and we can just pull that out here, and we'll actually just kind of set it right here in front of us. It's
gonna be hot.
It might be a little bit toasty. So while he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get our batter made. So with any good French toast, you want your batter going. You need about 2 eggs and then half a cup of eggnog. So if you wanna just put that right there, that'll work for me.
They smell so good already.
Oh, well, who doesn't love a King's Hawaiian roll? They're so versatile from a baked good or from a carb perspective. So we would do about a half a cup of eggnog, but I'm just actually gonna just pour it into here. You know, that looks good to me. We'll do a little bit more maybe, but it doesn't really matter if you're making anything French toast. You just
Can't hurt it. Yeah.
You have to just get the ingredients nice and wet. So then we're gonna do 2 eggs. I've got my eggs right here. So Ross, how are you in cracking eggs?
I can crack an egg.
Yeah? All right, well, I'm gonna give you one, I'll do one, and then we'll just crack them.
Have you seen the videos of the parents that crack the kids or the egg on the kid's face?
Oh, for sure. It's one of my favorite videos that's circulating the internet right now. We'll just throw them back in here, and if we've got a trash can up, you're good to go over there.
Good to go.
So we'll do a little dash of vanilla extract to pour in there as well, because that is the key to French toast batter. So I would do about, half a teaspoon. I love vanilla, so I just kind of eyeball it there. And then we're gonna whisk it all together. So if you wanna go ahead and grab that whisk that we've got right here and just make sure it's nice and stirred. We have our skillet is hot. We're gonna throw in some butter there, and we're just gonna fry up these French toast bites that are about to happen.
It smells so good right now in here.
Well, holidays, festivities. I know I'm excited to spend some time with friends and family and just really be in the kitchen. So we're gonna go ahead and get this butter open here. Just one about, I don't know, I'd say like 1/8 of butter, obviously depending on how big of a batch you're making here. But we're just gonna get this butter into the skillet. There we go. Make sure that it is burning. You lower the temperature just a little bit. That looks perfect to me. If you wanna throw that over here. Make a mess there. All right. Now here's the fun part. It's dipping it in. We can throw a little nutmeg into this batter if you wanted to. We've got some nutmeg in our mix, so this is what's going to make this an extra special treat.
Okay.
You're just going to take this so you can see it's nice and crispy.
You can use your hands.
Yep, using those fingers. We washed our hands, so we are ready to rock. When you're in the kitchen, always make sure you wash your hands first and get that going in here. We're just gonna do this, pop it in. You can hear that sizzle. So we're just gonna start dunking and sizzling.
Love it. Okay, I can dunk.
You can do the dunk?
Yep.
You're welcome to use the fork if you want to. But we've got it sizzling here in the pan. This is our first one, and you just want to make sure that each side is crisped up. Now, the reason we crisped it in the oven ahead of time, because otherwise it'll really soak up the batter, and it'll almost soak it up a little bit too much. Whereas these, we want them to be, normal French toast is a little bit softer when you eat it, but you want these to be like handheld so that you can dip them into the maple syrup that we've got. This recipe that we have, it says maple syrup is optional. It's never optional.
No.
It is always a requirement. So I can smell the eggnog. It smells delicious. So if you can look there, we're starting to flip these over. It's a nice, easy, crispy side of things. And now here's where the fun part is that makes this extra delicious. We have a cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg mix. So the second these are finished cooking, we're gonna toss them in this cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg mix, which we'll pull over here in a second. And then we're gonna get everything plated, ready to go. We'll dip it in there. It's gonna be good.
I'm loving this.
Yeah. So Ross, if you wouldn't mind pouring some of the maple syrup into our cute little serving dish we've got going on here. And this is just a fun like party holiday dessert. You can basically bring this to like a brunch. You can serve this on Christmas morning. You can serve it, if you're going to just anything really, because who doesn't love breakfast for dinner, breakfast at all times? Have you seen the movie Elf, where he has all of the sugar and all of the maple syrup for breakfast?
He puts maple syrup on spaghetti.
Maple syrup on spaghetti. I've yet to try that, but maybe I should. Maybe that's our next episode.
You're killing me. You tried to kill me.
You're killing me, Smalls. All right, these are looking good. They're crisping up. I'm gonna go ahead and get a couple more of these rocking and rolling in
Cool.
here.
I can help you with that.
Yes, you can. Awesome. They look great to me. So this one is nice and crispy. All right. And that's the best part. It's pretty easy. If you don't know how to make French toast, all you need is your milk, an egg, vanilla extract, and that's the beginning of it. But we're doing the eggnog version.
Ready for it?
I'm ready for it. We've got
Coming in.
little room here on the pan. And I think these are looking good. These 4 pieces first. So we're gonna go ahead and get that dipped into our cinnamon and sugar. And you wanna do it while it's hot because then it absorbs all the cinnamon, all the sugar. All right. Boom.
Oh,
Looking good to me. The pressure's on. Did he make it,
Nailed it.
from the bowl to the pan?
Nailed
I think
it.
he did. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and do this, and I'm gonna just take, we're missing,
Oh, it looks
missing
so
our
soft.
tongs here, but that's okay. We're just gonna do a quick little scoop. I'm just gonna drop it right in there on these that are finished. Boom, looking good to me. We're gonna toss them in that cinnamon, sugar, nutmeg mix.
and
Put 'em
what's
on
the
the
drink
plate.
that pairs with this? Just a nice cup of eggnog, or?
Nice cup of eggnog. Just keep it going. Eggnog adult version.
There you go. Yep.
We could do that. You could just do it with your coffee. Really kind of anything, right? You just want to get that cinnamon and sugar all over these. There we go. Just a nice little toss there. And it'll caramelize up a little bit because it's fresh out of the pan. All right, and if you had tongs, you just take those tongs and you can just place them on that plate. They look pretty darn good to me,
They look amazing.
right? And you see how it's like I'm able to put them on the plate and they're not like just crumbling apart in my hand?
Yes.
It's because we toasted them in the oven
Yes, they're
ahead of time.
keeping shape right now.
They are keeping shape. So we've got a couple more here and we'll do that on the next round. And then I think you and I should try them.
I think so.
What do you think?
I like that idea.
You know, it's a great start to the Monday morning and the holiday treats that should be happening all week long.
Yeah.
Because Christmas is in a week from today, which is insane. Yeah, I'm pretty good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, do you have any favorite holiday treats or breakfast things that you do?
No, I'm still, a 5-year-old at heart, so I still love cereal.
Cereal,
Stuff
okay.
Like that. Eggs from time to time.
Simple?
Eggs and sausage.
Eggs and
Nothing
sausage?
Crazy.
My dad does pancakes every morning, or every holiday morning whenever I go home. So maybe he should be doing these eggnog French toast dippers instead.
Yeah, these look pretty good.
They look pretty great. I feel like we're almost ready to toss these, and then we'll toss them, we'll try them, we'll live our best lives. Now stay tuned, we'll be right back after this. I am finishing up this batch here, but I say we try the ones that we do have finished because they've cooled down a little bit. As you can see, they're covered in that delicious cinnamon sugar nutmeg mix with the maple syrup. So
I like the end pieces.
the end
Do you
pieces.
like the
Oh,
ends?
that's good. You're the guy that likes the end pieces.
Oh, they're the best.
We'll do a quick little dip there, try it out in that delicious maple syrup. What do you think? Are you a fan of the eggnog?
There's a lot going on right now.
All of the flavors.
That's breakfast?
That is breakfast.
Not dessert? Okay.
That is a Christmas breakfast if I've ever tasted one. It is quite delicious. You've got the sugar, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the eggnog, which is actually a very light flavor.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Welcome back to the show. Now, I'm very excited. Any day we have a dog and an awesome human being, well, it's a good day with me. So Erin from Nuzzles Co. and Maggie is her little dog that we're going to talk all about. Well, not her little dog. I should say Nuzzle Co.'s dog, but you love her. How are you doing, Erin?
I'm good. This is little Maggie. She came from the reservation down in the Four Corners area. She has mange, but we've been treating her, and so now I'm actually able to snuggle and hold her. She's almost all cured.
And Erin, what is that? Because I'm not so sure I know exactly what that is.
Mange is a skin disease. There's a couple different forms of it. One is not as contagious to other animals, and one is highly contagious.
Okay.
And usually puppies, especially down in this region, can be affected by it due to their low immune systems. And
so is that why you kind of separated her from the other dogs, just to make sure that she was okay? Oh, she is darling.
Spent some time in my bathroom, and now she's finally able to come out and play with the others. And she'll get spayed next week and be available for adoption probably around Wednesday or Thursday.
That is so awesome. Oh, so
she's about 8 weeks old. So.
Okay, and so because Maggie is so cute, I have a very strong feeling that she is not going to be around for a long time, which is a good thing. Can you find her on Nuzzle and Co.'s website?
She'll be up on Wednesday on the website. We're going to have a photo shoot and all that, which we try and do with all our dogs to show their cute personalities.
Now that she's feeling better and she's getting more into the flow of, I love that.
Yeah.
And Erin, I should mention that you said earlier, because we were talking a little bit off camera about, I was like, Erin, how are you not adopting that dog? She loves you. She's so cute. And I love what you said. And I was wondering if you could repeat that about fostering.
Yeah, so fostering is 100% a life-saving thing that people can do. And when asked why I don't keep them all, I just think ahead. And if I keep her, then I can't foster another dog because I'll have a puppy in the home that could be contagious or could catch something from another foster. So I let them go so that I can come to my home again to have a new one.
That's brilliant. And thank you for saying that too, because I think oftentimes a lot of people, we forget that you can foster. That's an option. And it's a great option. And it helps not only the dog, but it can help you too. You know, it's a win-win.
And they're usually short little 2-week stints for puppies and kittens. We try and keep them quarantined out of the shelter environment for 2 weeks, just to make sure they're healthy. And then we bring them back in, spay and neuter them, microchip them, get them all up to date on their vaccines so they're ready for their forever home.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so fostering it helps so much. And like you said, it helps socialize them. So when
Right.
she first came in, she was super shy and timid, and now she runs the house. She gets along with all my dogs and
Oh.
my cat. And so she's going to be set up really perfect for someone.
She is so cute. And Erin, how old did you say we think she is about?
She's about 2 months old, 8
2
weeks.
months. And you
Yeah.
said a medium-sized dog, correct? Is that you
Yeah.
think? Yeah.
Probably about 40 pounds. We don't know what her mom was or the dad's. So she could be mixed with anything. It's kind of, I call it the Navajo surprise. So it's really fun when people do DNA tests and we get to see what
Exactly.
breeds are actually in there. But it's probably a mix of a whole bunch of things.
Well,
Probably
and
some shepherd.
Oh.
And
Oh, look
yeah.
at that face. Well, and that's such an interesting thing to say too for Nuzzles and Co. You know, so often, I mean, all these dogs come in and how are you supposed to know? You can kind of guess. So unless
Yeah.
someone does like a genuine test, you really have no idea, correct? Like,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
We
kinda
have
fun.
some dogs that come in that are like 5 different breeds, and then there's 1% Chihuahua, and you're like,
Are you sure about that?
how did that get in there?
Yeah.
So it's fun. And, mixed breed dogs are unique. They
Yes.
usually grow to be amazing dogs. My best dog is my res dog. She's my little cookie, but she's got cattle dog in her. So she is glued to my hip whenever we're out on trail or anything
Oh.
like that. She's very intelligent dogs, usually because of that herding and protector breeds that they get mixed with.
Now,
Um,
Erin, do you have, I heard that a little birdie let me know you have casino night. Is that tonight, correct?
Yes.
Yes, awesome.
It's tomorrow night. We're so excited. Maggie won't be there, but we'll be bringing 8 other available puppies to
Okay.
greet everyone at the door. It's being held at the Promontory Club.
Okay.
Tickets are still on sale. You can visit our website. I believe they're $250 for a ticket. All the
Okay.
proceeds go to help saving lives.
Oh, love it.
It's a super fun event. We have roulette, craps, poker, and then prizes to be won. We have people dress up if they want to.
That's what I was
It's
going to say. Is it a
easy
dress up
vibe.
event? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right
So
on.
get your sequins out and your flapper skirts and bowler hats and buy a ticket and come join us to have some fun, but also help us raise money so we can keep our life-saving mission going this year.
Erin, that is so, thank you for everything you do because honestly, I don't think always we think about this. It's brilliant. You're saving dogs, and in return, those dogs save us. And I don't care what anyone says, it is a true story. So that's, and so Maggie will not be there, but she will be up for adoption very soon.
Yeah. Yep. Check our website next week. We'll have her photos up, and our website is new and improved, and you can actually click on the photo of the animal you're interested in.
Okay.
Fill out an application right there. We review it and usually get back to you within just a few short hours. So we do same day adoptions and try and find everybody their perfect home.
I love it. And I will not hate again, Erin, if you take home I know. I'm just
I
like,
told
oh,
you
the
she's
love.
growing on me.
The
It's gonna be
love.
hard.
I know. It's so cute. And Erin, once again, what is the website for Nuzzles and Co?
Nuzzlesandco.org.
Nuzzlesandco.org. And please, please, anything that you can give, if you're, and that's something we should say too, if you don't have the time right now or the space for, maybe your forever friend, you can always give money. You can go at this casino night, have so much fun, go to a cool event, dress up, hang out with some dogs, some awesome people, and just give them money to really help this amazing place keep afloat because it's a big deal. You guys do a lot. So thank you.
We're also doing a pop-up pet pantry in April through our sponsor, Nate Wade Subaru. So if, again, like you said, if you don't have time to add a new member to your family, but you want to donate food, pet food to people in need so that they can keep their pets in their homes, that's another big part of our platform is that we want to help people too. So
that's great.
pet food drive will be to help people down in the valley or even up in the Summit County area that maybe can't afford food this month or
So
next month.
not only do you help the animals, you help people out as well. That's huge.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for everything you do. Nuzzles Co. I love y'all. I can't wait to come down and see you. I can't. And tonight you said
by our adoption center. Our adoption center is in Park City. It's open
Right.
every day from 12 to 6 p.m.
And can you let us know, Erin, exactly where it is, the location?
Yeah, it's inside the outlets, Park City, and we're kind of in the back
Okay.
of the building. So if it makes sense, we face the 80. So our storefront's not in the main parking lot because we're rowdy.
And yeah, I love it.
So we're in
And
the back.
and-
But yeah, we always have dogs there, our cats, and everybody's available for adoption through there
I
daily.
love it. And how cool. And can people come down and volunteer as well?
Yes, you can sign up to be a volunteer on our website. We love people that want to come in and walk dogs,
Cool.
socialize with our cats, help
I
our
love it.
staff fold laundry or do dishes.
Awesome.
And you can sign up through our website for that.
Well, Erin and Maggie, you are a dynamic duo. What a pair. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for everything you do. And Nuzzles Co. is just brilliant. Please go to the website. You know, you can get your forever furry friend and really make a difference at the same time. So thank you so much, Erin. We'll talk to you soon, and keep it right here. We have more of the show to come.
Thank you.
Now, it may be National Maple Syrup Day, and you're thinking you want a delicious, sweet or savory waffle or pancake or French toast, but I show you how to make a protein pancake so you feel less guilty when you're indulging. That's right, it's Friday. I am in the kitchen. This is going to be an adventure. I don't know about you, but growing up, I loved having waffles for breakfast. And especially now, I like having things that are a little bit homemade, and I'm always looking at ways to make it a little bit more nutritious and delicious. Not to have some fun with those words there, but I'm going to show us how to make protein waffles. One of my favorite things that inspired this is this little waffle maker. It basically makes a waffle the size of an Eggo, which you probably had when you were a kid if you are my age, or still now. But anyways, we're gonna get started. It's a simple recipe. You put it all into one blender, you blend it for about 30 seconds, and then you get to cook it. So I'm gonna plug in my waffle maker while we get started here. Now, I love to start this recipe with all of my wet ingredients so that it blends the dry ingredients on the top. We'll start with the first thing that we do. Naturally, eggs. First source of protein. You pour one egg, which I absolutely love using eggs in everything that I make. We've got 3 tablespoons of egg whites, which equates to about, 1 egg white, 1 large egg white. So pour that in there. And the best part about this recipe is it literally takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes in total from cooking to assembling all of the ingredients. Now, another great source of protein that's in it, Greek yogurt. So we have about 1/4 of a cup, actually about 1/2 of a cup of Greek yogurt. So we're just gonna spoon all of that in here into the blender. Now, one of the fun things about this recipe, I'm a really, I don't mind using protein powder, but I don't like how it tastes. If you find it in a recipe, you can taste the protein powder unless it's like in a smoothie, you don't normally get to taste it. But this recipe actually, you can't really taste it, which I love. So we did all of our wet ingredients. We've got 1 egg white, 1 whole egg. You've got the 1/2 a cup of Greek yogurt. So lots of protein right now. Now, protein powder, depending on what kind of protein powder you buy, I would go just by what it says to use as your daily serving. So for this one, it calls for 2 scoops. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my 2 scoops out. As you can see, you just kind of smooth it on the side so it's nice and flat. Dump it in the blender there. We'll do 1 more scoop here. And these are the dry ingredients. They will blend really nicely with those wet ingredients that you've put into the blender here. Okay, we've got our 2 scoops there. And then to give it a little bit more base, we're definitely looking for a good hearty breakfast, especially as we're heading into ski season. Mark talked about getting out there, getting in shape. This is a great recipe to kind of fuel you throughout the day as you get overall about 35 grams of protein in this recipe. So that's huge. You dump those oats in. You put about a half a cup of oats as well. So equal oats to equal Greek yogurt. It's an easy way to remember it. And then don't forget baking powder. You need to throw some of that in there as well. With your baking powder, you're going to do half a teaspoon. So simple, just grab a teaspoon. If you're not big on baking measurements, all you have to do is grab a measuring spoon, piece of cake, throw it on in there. All right, we've got just a little bit left. And then this recipe calls for 1/2 a teaspoon of vanilla. Growing up, I was told that you always double the vanilla, and I have to say I do it here too. So I do about 2 half teaspoons or 1 full teaspoon. Right now we're just gonna keep it simple. We're gonna do about 2 of these in here. And if it spills over, who cares? There we go. You've got about 1 full teaspoon of vanilla powder in there. And then, easy, put the lid on your blender. All you have to do is turn it on, blend it for about 30 seconds. So here we go. It's gonna get a little loud in here. All right. It's looking great. I like to stop it, kind of check the consistency. If it's a little bit thicker, which I like mine a little more on the, I guess you could say, liquidy side, I just pour a little bit of almond milk, but you can use your liquid of choice, whether it's water or almond milk. I prefer that because it's just a little lighter. And just to taste, I add a little extra into the blender, and then we just get it going. Blend it a little bit longer. All right, looking good. Okay, take the top off. There's a little bit excess left over there, but if you can see it, just looking great. Now, one important thing when you're using your waffle maker, don't forget to spray it with some cooking spray. Anything matte is fine. Right now I've got a little bit of olive oil spray, so you don't even taste it. It just keeps it from sticking. This recipe makes about 5 mini waffles. So in total, you're getting about 35 grams. You could just pour it here. You want to make sure that you're just covering just the top of the bottom because it does rise while it's cooking. So we want to make sure that we're not, not overfilling it, but just spread it out, get it nice and flat, let it cook there. All right, we're just going to let it cook. All right, our waffle's looking great. I'd say you kind of monitor it, check it. It takes about anywhere from 4 to 6 minutes, depending on your level of crispiness. If you like it extra crispy, make sure that you are leaving it in there a little bit longer. But while it's cooking, I want to show you what the actual product looks like. This is so delicious. I love eating these after the show. I pop them in the fridge or the freezer, grab one out, stick it in a toaster. Absolutely delicious. Right now, I've got the waffle looking great here. One of my favorite things that I like to make because I'm into the make your own food. I've got honey cinnamon butter dollops that I made from scratch. Super simple. Maybe next time I'll show you how to do it. All you do is you melt your butter to about room temperature, add your cinnamon and your honey to taste. I just threw it here on the waffle, drizzle a little organic maple syrup because yes, I like real maple syrup. I grew up on the East Coast. Anything else, it doesn't count if it's not real maple syrup, especially from Vermont. Well, let's give it a shot. While we're waiting for these to cook, it's gonna have a nice taste. Cut right into it. Gonna spread that butter around. Absolutely delicious. Not a huge ton of butter fan, but here we go. Just gonna taste it. I'm ready to go. Breakfast delicious. Looking great. We've got just a couple more minutes till it's done, but really super simple recipe. If you're interested, ping the Facebook, shoot us a message. We would love to interact and share this recipe with you. I would. It's one of my favorite breakfast recipes. Easy to do, very delicious. So a great way to start the weekend. We'll be right back with more on Good Morning Vail. There are so many new shows coming out and new seasons, new movies that are happening. And Ross had a conversation with the brand new series on, brand new movie on Paramount Plus. Let's take a look at Little Wing.
A Paramount Plus original is coming out soon, and we have two of the stars joining us via Zoom this morning, Brooklyn Prince and Shay Tafari. Thanks for joining us, you two.
Thank you.
you. We're so excited.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. So this is kind of a coming of age story. Can you tell me a little bit about this show, the original called Little Wing?
Go ahead.
Well, this movie is about a young 13-year-old girl who is just handling the ups and downs of growing up. And her life is sort of falling apart before her. Her parents are getting a divorce. She's losing her house. And she gets these two young pigeons. And through these pigeons, she gets into the amazing, crazy sport of pigeon racing and seems to find herself and basically the meaning of life within these pigeons and meeting a mentor.
That's amazing, amazing. And as kind of child actors, what does a coming of age story mean to you guys? What does that kind of mean to you?
Oh, okay, I'll take this one. Really a coming of age, I guess story or a plot. I really feel like that you grow, you come
Yeah.
of age as well within the movie.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things that you're gonna learn on set through the script, and there are certain things you'll look at the script and you're like, wow, that changed me a little bit. So not only is the character coming of age, you are too. So I mean, I love those types of scripts as well.
As much as you teach the character teaches you.
Amazing, amazing. And so the audience is probably a lot of young folks out there, but I think some adults can take some messages away from this storytelling as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I think there's a part in this movie for everybody, whether you are an 80-year-old man who is into, sport or wanting to mentor, whether you are a 40-year-old mom trying to deal with crazy teenage kids, whether you are a 18 to 17-year-old boy trying to step up and be the man of a house, or whether you are a 13-year-old girl just trying to handle life. I think that there's really a part for everybody in this, and I think it'll bring up some good discussions within families.
Amazing, amazing. And Shay and Brooklyn as well. You've both kind of been in other films and productions as well. How does it kind of compare working on this one together, the two of you?
Oh, it's always better working with this one.
She's very easy to like, so it's yeah.
Me and him got along just right off the bat.
Awesome.
And
Just fine, right
Just
through
fine.
the gates.
yeah,
Amazing.
so
And so Paramount Plus, when is it available? How can people see Little Wing and where and how?
So actually, it's dropping today on Paramount Plus. If you have Paramount Plus, the streamer on your, TV or device, you can watch it there. And it's coming out today.
Yeah, let's go. So how do you guys celebrate the release? You obviously doing some media interviews this morning, but what's the day look like for you two?
We want to eat lunch.
Yeah, it's gonna
We're gonna
be big. We're gonna have more interviews.
we're gonna do some school.
Yeah, we love school.
Okay.
She
But I don't love school.
That's okay.
And
That's
then
okay.
a screening later. So
Awesome. So no pigeon racing today for you two.
he might sneak out and do a little.
Yeah,
But-
I might fly to New York, get a pigeon, come back. And
There you
just
go. There
Release
you go.
into the air.
I gotta ask. I know you guys have been in other films that include other animals. What was it like, kind of working in the pigeon field?
I mean, the pigeon field is. I mean, I guess. I mean, this is really my first movie working with animals.
Mhm.
Brooklyn's done like cocaine bear and stuff, but
A little
I mean,
different.
yeah, yeah.
Cocaine Bear,
A
they
little
didn't
different.
actually have a real bear.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
So if
Yeah.
they did, I don't think I'd be sitting here today. So.
Totally. Totally. So definitely check it out, Little Wing on Paramount Plus. What's next for you two? You guys moving on to another project yet, or are you kind of riding this one still?
I mean, we're
Yeah.
definitely celebrating this one, but I have a comic book coming out on March 20th, Miss Fortune's Eyes, in comic book stores on March 20th. So
Yeah.
that's really what's next for us. But I mean, we're just really enjoying Little Wing. It's been a labor of love, definitely, for the both of us.
Awesome, awesome. Well, it was a pleasure chatting with you guys this morning. Thanks for joining us. And this is your last chance to pitch it. How are you guys going to pitch this in like 30 seconds to check this out?
Ooh, you go.
Guys, make sure you check out Little Wing, guys. It's all about pigeons. It's all about like, coming of age and like love.
It's a
loss.
story for 13-year-olds
Yeah.
and families alike. It'll bring some great discussions. So go ahead and check it out and see us two crazies as we go on a crazy adventure to go steal a pigeon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and definitely check this out because we're going to be watching Shay and Brooklyn here for years to come in other films. So both of you, thank you so much. Looking forward to the film Paramount Plus out today.
Thanks so much for joining me on Wasatch Weekends. I'm your host, Kimberly Perot, and I'll see you next time.